Hi YouTube. This is going to be a video about alopecia. So I get asked a lot of questions about my alopecia, and people want to know, like, I guess an update of how my hair is doing as far as the alopecia. So first I'm going to talk about alopecia in general, because a lot of people want to know how they can fix their alopecia or grow their hair back from their form of alopecia. So I want to kind of give you a few helpful hints that may help you, they may not help you, I don't know. But these are some of the, I guess, FAQs, frequently asked questions, that I get as far as my own alopecia. So I just want to talk about what I've done to kind of combat my alopecia and just help to try to grow my hair back. And so the first thing I want to say is you have to make sure first that you really do have alopecia, because I know people will assume that because their hair is falling out or, you know, something of that nature, that they have, you know, alopecia automatically. So you will automatically say, I have alopecia, but that may not be the case. It may just be that, you know, it's normal, you know, hair falling out because of age, or it could be any other thing besides alopecia. It could be your immune system, health related. It could be the foods that you eat that cause the hair loss. It could be stress. It could be a number of things. So please make sure first that before you automatically say it is alopecia, that you actually know what the cause of your hair loss is, because it may not be alopecia, and it may be a simple fix as reducing your stress, changing your diet, changing your hair products, just something else that'll be much more simple than visiting a dermatologist. If you do, in fact, believe that you have alopecia, I do encourage you to research alopecia. Research all the different forms of alopecia, because there are, I think, 4 that I'm really aware of, but there may be more than 4. I'm just familiar with the main 4 that I've looked up. So it's my type, which is androgenetic alopecia. It's the scarring alopecia, traction alopecia. Then there's another one. So I'll list them on the screen right here next to me, the forms that I'm familiar with. But these different forms cause the same issue as far as hair loss, but some of the forms are permanent and some are not. If you have traction alopecia, which is from wearing braids, sew-ins, pulling your hair back too tight in ponytails, you can reduce that by stopping doing those methods to your hair. So it's simply just not putting as much tension on your hair, doing probably massage your scalp, using different products to help your hair grow back, such as different oils that are known to help regenerate the hair, assist in hair growth, things like that. There is no product on the line that will regrow your hair if your hair follicle is damaged. If you have damaged the hair follicle, no product on the line, I don't care what it says, will regrow your hair if the hair follicle is damaged. But if the hair follicle is weak, there are some products that will help assist to strengthen the hair follicle and maybe help it to grow back. The length of the damage that you may have to the hair follicle really does play a part into if it grows back or not. Once you've researched all the types of alopecia, then you should compare the symptoms of the alopecias that you research to your own symptoms. Like, for example, I noticed that my hair was balding right here, and so I started researching the different types just to see where the patterns of the balding may occur, if it's in the crown, in the temples, in the back. And then some of the ones that you research will tell you like the type of size that you'll have, or the shape, if it says like a quarter size, dime size, you know, different type of patterns that you can maybe relate to as far as the hair falling out. My pattern, it didn't really have it. It was in a U shape. So I was seeing it right here, which is common for male pattern balding. That's what I have. So my alopecia type is for male pattern balding. That's the, I guess, the regular name to say it, versus androgenetic alopecia. So essentially my body is producing a lot more testosterone than I need. Thank you, body. And so it's causing my hair to fall out in a male pattern balding fashion. So as of right now, my hair has slowed down as far as the falling out, but it will continue to fall out as I grow older. So I'm only 32. So right now I'm not experiencing it at the rate which I started noticing my hair falling out when I was 24. I started noticing my hair falling out at the age of 24, so, which is not a good thing, but it is what it is. Once you research the alopecia, then you want to get a professional opinion. In my opinion, I think it's best that you first research every type of alopecia, because if you go to a dermatologist and they don't do the proper examination on your hair, then they will start prescribing all types of things to help you with your alopecia. So the problem with that is that these methods may not work. So you have to know what the forms of alopecia are, and the only way your dermatologist can be able to tell you what your alopecia is if they do a blood sample of your scalp. They have to take a sample of your scalp and determine what kind of alopecia if they have. If they just look at your scalp and they tell you, oh, you have such and such alopecia, and they start prescribing you steroid creams or just start giving you the shots, do not let them do that, because the shots will not work for some of the forms of alopecia. For example, the first dermatologist that I visited, she automatically, because I had told her, I had heard about the shots because my friend had told me about it, and so I went in saying, oh, my friend said about this girl who was getting shots and her hair grew back, so maybe it'll work for me. Automatically, instantly, she was like, oh yeah, let's go ahead, let's start giving you the shots, which I was gung-ho for because I wanted anything that would help my hair grow back. So after doing that for about 6 months, I changed dermatologists because the one I was going to was too far from my job and it was hard for me to get to my appointments. So I changed dermatologists and I went to a new one, and I told her I was getting the shots. And the first thing she said is, why? Has your scalp been tested? And I said, well, I didn't know that, I was supposed to get my scalp tested. She took like some potassium samples, but that was in my actual blood, not from my scalp. She said, oh no, we have to test your scalp because those shots may not in fact help you. So she took a sample from my scalp, sent it off to a lab, had it tested under a microscope, came back maybe 2 weeks later, and she said, oh yeah, those shots will be useless for you. The only thing that will help you as far as your hair is the Rogaine, because those shots will not help your hair grow back. They're useless for your type of alopecia. And also, if you have scarring alopecia, those shots will not help your hair grow back, because scarring alopecia is done under the scalp, and the damage typically is a lot more than those steroid shots can handle. Now, if you have traction alopecia, the steroid creams may help. The shots will definitely help you. That's what helped me. You should get your scalp tested. That is really the only way to determine the type of alopecia that you have. So once I realized that the shots would not work for me, I stopped getting the shots, but I was also taking spironolactone. I'll put the spelling right here on the screen. So I was also taking those in conjunction to the shots, and I have since stopped taking those. I haven't taken them maybe since May. I just got tired of taking those pills in conjunction with the supplements that I was taking. I just felt like I was popping pills, and it just got really overwhelming for me. So I just decided I would just take just the multivitamin and just stick with that for now. So I'm happy with that for now. So once you get a diagnosis from your dermatologist will tell you what will help you as far as your alopecia. They will tell you if the shots will help you, or they will tell you if the shots won't help you. Now, hopefully they will tell you that, but Some of them won't, because they may want you to keep coming back and paying for those shots and getting that insurance money. So you really have to be careful about that, because that's what I think my first dermatologist was doing. She wanted me to come back and pay that nice copay, and then she was collecting my insurance money on the side from that. That's not cool. So you really have to be careful. That's why I stress, do your research first. Learn about all the types of alopecia, so when they tell you which one you have, you will know if those shots will help you, if those steroid creams will help you, if anything will help you at all. You will know what your options are. Once you get your professional diagnosis, you do have a couple of options after that. If you have the same type that I have, of course, the Rogaine will help you. You can use the Rogaine. You can use the minoxidil, I think it's called. They have a brand. Rite Aid, CVS, Walgreens has a brand. You can use those. There are different oils and different products. I don't want to say products. I want to specifically say oils, because there are some oils on the market that are known to help rejuvenate the hair. They will not help you essentially grow your hair back if your hair follicle is damaged. But like I said before, if it is weak, then maybe it'll help the hair grow back. So I've used several different products on the market. Do I think that they've worked? I think that they've worked to a degree. I'm not going to say I took a product and then I put it on my hair and then 100% it worked. I would say some products worked maybe 5%, some worked maybe 10%. None of them worked 100% because my hair would be fully grown back in, but it's not. But I think I also waited too late when I went to go see my dermatologist and when I went to go get treatment. So with my alopecia, I was relaxing my hair and putting sew-ins in at the same time. So I would get my hair relaxed and then I would get a sew-in right on top of it. I did that for almost 2 years. So that's just 2 years of damage and then just not catching my alopecia when I was 24. Here it is 8 years later, and I caught it when I was about 28. So I stopped relaxing my hair when I was 28 and I big chopped when I was 29. But still, you have to take into account those years that I was damaging my hair follicle was weak, when I was putting in a sew-in, you know, when I pulled my hair back, the hair just slides right out my scalp. Whatever it was I was doing to my hair, it made it permanent. So I'll insert some clips of what my hair looks like now with the alopecia, and where it started off from and where it is now. So look at my other videos that I have to show the type of, I've used so many different oils. You'd have to look at those different videos and just kind of see what I was using at the different points again, because I was doing the same thing for my edges that I was using for my alopecia. So I wasn't buying separate products for, you know, the different symptoms. I was trying to use anything and everything. So as far as my whole head, I didn't just focus on just my alopecia or my edges. I used that same product everywhere on my head. So I didn't care. I just wanted my whole head to grow. And so even though this was my problem area right here, I applied the product everywhere because I was hoping that everywhere on my head it would benefit. So all the methods that you find or hear about, the products and things like that, they probably won't help. So, but if you're like me, I'll try anything. I have tried anything and everything I've seen on the market, and I think after trying them for about a year, I'm just kind of satisfied with where I'm at. So I'm happy with the growth that I do have, and I just style my hair around the alopecia. You know, I just wear hairstyles that I know I can cover up my bald spots, and sometimes I don't cover up my bald spots. I mean, some of my videos you can see my hairstyles where you'll see I have bald spots and patches and gaps and things like this. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna hide it and not try to cover it up if I can't. I mean, that's just what it is. So that's just what it is. But if you have any questions about alopecia, anything like that, definitely your first suggestion I could give you would be to research the alopecia. Definitely compare what you find to your own symptoms, and then go see a dermatologist. If you can't visit a dermatologist, try to research those symptoms really well and compare them to your own, and then use some internet-based suggestions that you find to help you with your alopecia. You can do scalp massages. I was taking supplements for my immune system. I was taking iron supplement, I was taking biotin, I was taking a multivitamin, and I was taking a B12, I was taking a B6 vitamin, I was taking a lysine vitamin. I mean, I was doing so much. I was taking the shots, the spironolactone, I was buying products everywhere. So, I mean, I was doing some of everything. So can I say what exactly worked for me? No, because I was doing so much at the same time. I don't know what helped me and what didn't. So I wish that I could pinpoint and help you all to let you know, yes, this is what worked for me. No, this is what didn't work for me. But unfortunately, I can't. But if you want to look at the other videos where I posted, where I was showing what I was using, that would be my only suggestion that I could give as far as some type of help. I do have a regimen, and it's in the winter hair care video. I'll put that video down below also. You can kind of look at that to see what I'm doing for the winter time as far as my hair. I'm doing hot oil treatments. I'm still doing my scalp massages, protecting my hair, being really gentle with my hair, because in the winter time my hair is really dry and I notice that it's really fragile and it just slides right out my scalp, specifically in this area. So just being careful with my hair and just trying to protect it the best way I can and preserve it as long as I can. So I hope this video helps someone. I don't know if it will, but if it does, I'm glad. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. I do apologize that I can't be of much help. But definitely, if you have any additional questions that I didn't answer in this video, just send me a message, hit me up down below, and I will try to respond as best as I can. So, alrighty, YouTube, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.